Well, hello there, it's Kriint and welcome to another room build. As you can see, this week we're doing another greenhouse and I did the last one back in July. In that video I said that I took the inspiration from an Etsy store. That store used to sell calendars, yearly calendars, and each month was represented by a greenhouse. So I loved that idea and I really wanted to bring it into The Sims. And as you can kinda see the last one in the back sometimes. And the last one did really well in the gallery, which had me very much surprised. So we're back again this month and I wanted to do something more summery, that it's for the hot days. And if you live in the Northern Hemisphere, it's probably very hot at where you are. If not, please tell me in which country you live in. I would love to move. But yeah, here it's been from 30 to 35 degrees for Celsius for the past, 1 month. I think that in Fahrenheit is from 80 to 90, which I'm not really enjoying. It's really the heat is really kicking my butt. I'm struggling to feel creative and productive. And I wake up each day. I finish with my work if I do it because I work from home and I just have to finish projects. So after I'm done, again, if I do the work, I'm I don't want to do anything. I struggle so much and it's really hard for me to feel creative, to build, or even to sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna build. It's been really hard and it's really annoying me because between the heat, the pandemic, and not leaving the house, all of this is really affecting my mental state. So anyways, back in the build. As you can see, I'm going with a similar scheme as the previous greenhouse. I used the glass panels from Island Living and I rotated them with the tool mod to create kinda like a glass wall. I did the same thing with a roof, as you can see, and I wanted to go with a more modern, more black and more clean color scheme. The design that I followed had this little opening in the roof. I will link down below, and I loved that. I thought it was so cool and so creative. So as you can see, I added that. And to be honest, I would never think of it to do it by myself, so I was really happy. You will see in just a bit that I will use the pipes from Get Together. I rotated them and shrunk them down with the tool mod, and they work really well as supports. The glass panel opens and it's an opening in the roof, and I really like how this looks. I'm really happy with it. So something this design has as a flaw, because obviously I wanted to share it as a room. This means that everything must be on the same floor, and I had to obviously pick up the glass panels for the roof and get them from the bottom up. As you can see, this creates these gaps on the floor, which let's be honest, they look really bad. So I couldn't do it otherwise. I hid them as best as I could, but because this is more of a summery greenhouse, I obviously wanted to include a pool, and you will see that the pool gets really messed up and it doesn't really look that good. I strongly suggest you, if you download that, to essentially pick up the glass panels that act as a roof and move them into the second floor. This will change the look of the greenhouse a lot. It looks a lot better. You will see it in the screenshots because, as you can see, currently I am building the gallery version, but I created I made some tweaks to create a better, screenshot version, if you will. As you can see, I'm using a glass roof, which I don't really like those glass panels that act as a flat roof. But I had to use something because we don't really have triangular windows to act as a roof and hide the gap that's being created by the sloping glass panels. So I thought, why not add a roof and essentially use my last tutorial and hide one of the roof walls. Essentially the roof wall that's, because I obviously wanted the opening in the middle. I didn't want the glass roof to be there, so I created 2 glass roofs, copied them, and the between wall that's been connecting the 2 roofs, I hid it with like doors. I will link the tutorial link, that will explain it a bit better. But yeah, that looks a lot better in the screenshots. However, the problem that arises is you cannot actually share roofs in the gallery as rooms, which is very frustrating because I think that will look way better and I wouldn't have to include the flat glass panels that act as a roof. But whatever. Whatever, as you already saw, I added them back because it looks better in the gallery. Something that you already saw and I didn't mention, as you can see, there are no doors here. The doors that I could use was the doors from Eco Lifestyle, which worked. They were the same size, however, they are not the same color. And I get really mad with that. Like, they were different shades of black and they didn't match completely. And I got very annoyed. But because these are glass panels and they don't block the access, the Sims can walk right through them. It's like they don't exist there, which is cool, you know. So what I decided to do was I shrunk down a wall light and it acted as a handle. Because like you will see it in the front side, it looks kind of like how is it called, the door, but it blends seamlessly with the whole design, which I definitely prefer that. My only like guidance now that we moved on the interior was I wanted something to be very summeries and very pool-like, so I searched conservatories, pool conservatories on Pinterest. And most of them had this overgrown design, which I really liked. It was so cool. So I went with more of a tropical scheme. I used the grass is from Island Living. Most of the plants are from Island Living. And essentially my guidance was this bright, let's just call it bright pink color, because I'm not sure how I'm supposed to say that word, like, I'm not even gonna try. I don't know how you pronounce it in English. So what I did based on that bright pink tree was I incorporated more pink accents on the flowers. Like you can see the flowers from Jungle Adventure and some from, how are they called? Romantic Garden, is it? And this dictated the whole, again, color scheme, because I went with black. I wanted it to be very modern, and then I was like, okay, I don't know what else to do. But yeah, we used those lounge chairs, which I really like. They're from base game. They match again the whole design, and I was really unsure what to do with the extra space. As you can see, I'm doing like in the pool, more of a fun thing. I added some balls and like toys, but I didn't really like it because the whole thing was more overgrown, tropical, yada yada yada. It didn't really fit, so I deleted those and I went with those lily pads, and I think it looks way better. I'm really happy with how the final design looks like. I was really unsure because obviously I had to fit the plants, and they had to fit like obviously with the glass and everything, and they had to match the theme, but it somehow, this whole thing kind of works. Like, something that you should note that I find kind of funny, the jumping board, which again I really think that matches the whole theme, and I really love the waterfall. When a sim goes to jump from there, it intersects with a roof, so he essentially jumps over the glass panels, which doesn't look really good, but you know, let's just ignore that. This is The Sims, this is not real life, so whatever. So yeah, this is the build. I really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, you can download it in the gallery, and I think this is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will have an amazing day, and take care. Bye.